Welcome back to Nusrat Ma'am ki online classes. Today we are going to see about operator in Java. Most of the expression in Java use operator and operators are special symbol for doing operation on operand. In this video lecture we are going to study about different type of operator in Java. First one is arithmetic operator. Java has 5 operators for basic arithmetic: plus, minus, multiplication, division and modulus. We will do all these arithmetic operator practically. So here I open Notepad. Here I declare class. You can give any class name. Right now I am giving operators test. Here I will define main function, public, static, void, main, string, argument. Write S in capital letter in string and then curly bracket for main. And here I will take two variable of integer data type. Integer A, say 6 and B equal to say 4. Arithmetic operators are mostly in binary form. They take two operands on either side of the operator and you can use any numeric data type like byte, short, int, long, float, double. And one more thing, you can write multiple variable of same data type using comma separator. As A and B both are integer, so we can write in a single line using comma separator. Instead of writing integer A and again in next line we are writing integer B, we can write in a same line, just you have to use comma. Here I will do arithmetic addition. So I will write system.out.println addition is double quote over plus A plus B. Here you might be expecting the output as 6 plus 4 is 10, right? Here we will say it. I will save the file. On desktop I will save it. Give the same name as class name. Now I will open command prompt. CMD. Here I will change the directory to desktop. Fine. Now I will compile the file. So javac and my file name. Here I am not getting any error, so I can run my class file. This way you have to compile Java file and then you have to run class file. Here I am getting the output as 64, but answer is 10 as we know very well. Why we are getting such output here? Here this whole statement is considered as string and this plus is working as a concatenate, means it will combine two or more character. So here 6 and 4 is not shown as 10 but it is shown as 64. We have to do one minor change here. Just you have to use parenthesis, round bracket, and now we will save the file and here I will compile it and then run. Now I am getting correct answer. Now I will do remaining 4 arithmetic operator here. Subtraction is, here I will put minus. Multiplication is, here you have to put asterisk. Division is, here put divide sign, and then modulus operator we will use, and this modulus operator is used to know remainder, and sign of modulus operator is percentage. I will save the file. Here I will compile again run it, So here we are getting the output. But many students get confused in division and remainder. See here, when you will divide the number 6 by 4, you will get 1 and the remainder as 2. Here we will take one more example. So here you can say 8 divided by 2 is 4. 8 modulus 2 is 0. I hope this much is clear to you. While solving board paper, you may come across with many questions related to division and modulus operator. Here I will show you system.out.println. If I will divide the number 9 by 2, here you can see 9 and 2. Both the operand are of same type, that is integer. And then integer division result into integer. So the expression 9 by 2 result into 4, not 4.5. We will say it. Here you can see as 4. Because integer division does not have any decimal place, so the remainder whatever is getting, it is ignored. In case if you have both the operand as float, right now I am writing 9f and then I am writing 2f, then I am getting 4.5 because result will be in float. In short, you can conclude that integer division will result into integer and the float division will result into float. In case when both operand are of different type, then when one operand is an integer and another is a floating point, say 9 is an integer and 2 is float, or case may be 9 is floating point number, 2 is integer. Or we can write like this also, 9 with decimal place and 2 as integer, or 2.0. 9 as integer and 2 as floating point number. Then in this case, the lower range of data type is implicitly converted to higher range data type. Here you can say that integer will be implicitly converted to float. So the result will be 4.5 in all these cases. Now we will see some problem related to modulus operator. Right? We have done modulus operator for integer number. Now here I will do modulus operator for floating point number. Here I will write system.out.println 12.5 modulus, that will give remainder 7.2, that will result into 5.3, that you can see here. If my number is negative, then the result is negative. See here. Yes, then you will get the result in negative. Next operator is increment and decrement operator, that is unary operator. Unary operator means we can work with a single variable or single operand, unlike arithmetic operator that work on two operand. Here we will do this increment and decrement operator practically. Here I will comment out this arithmetic operator coding. It will be easy for us. Here I am using multi-line comment. Now say integer x is equal to 0 and I am writing x plus plus. This plus plus is an increment operator. It just works like x is equal to x plus 1. Means we are increasing the value of x by 1. Here I will comment it out. Now I will print the value of x. System.out.println. Here value of x will be increment from 0 to 1. Yes. If my expression is like x minus minus, then system.out.println x. See here, this minus minus is decrement operator that works same as x is equal to x minus 1. It will decrement the value by 1. Here the value of x is now 1, not 0, because in our previous step we got the value as 1. So here we will consider the latest value as 1 and minus 1. So here the value of x will be 0. Yes. When increment plus plus or decrement minus minus is before the variable name, then that is known as pre-increment or pre-decrement. In the same way, if the increment plus plus or decrement minus minus is after the variable name, then that is known as post-increment or post-decrement. Here we will do this thing practically to know the difference between postfix and prefix operator. Here I take variable y equal to x plus plus. As you know, plus plus is an increment operator and it is after the variable name. So that is post increment operator. Now I will try to print the value of y. Value of y in post increment. Here I will write y. In post increment, first assign the value of x to y and then increase the value of x. The value of x is 0. So here the value of y also will be 0. We will check it out. Here I am getting integer not defined. Okay. Here I will declare it directly. I can't use it. Integer y. Yes, now it is correct. So value of y in post increment is 0. We have given old value only. Now we will check out the value of x. After evaluating the expression, as I told you earlier, the value of x gets increment from 0 to 1. So here we will get 1. Yes. Now we will do pre-increment. Plus plus x. This increment operator plus plus is before the variable x. So this is pre-increment. In pre-increment, you have to increase the value of x first and then you have to assign that value to y. Here the value in previous step was 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2 and the value of x is 2. So the value of y will be 2. Just I have to change it to pre. Yes, we have done this thing. I am taking some constant value z equal to 3 and here I am writing z plus and here also I am writing z plus. Here I will write in round bracket. Now see here. Here we know the value of z, that is 3, and then addition we have to do. In post increment we will consider the value of x, that is 0 here. So 3 plus 0, it will print 3 and later on it will increase the value of x from 0 to 1. And here value of z is 3, addition, and then here we have to increase the value of x. X is 1, 1 plus 1, that is 2. So y will be 5, x will be 2 only. Now we will check it out. I have to put comment here. Fine, I will add comment. Again I will compile. Yes. See here, as I told you earlier, we are getting the same output. Next operator is comparison operator. Comparison operator is used to test the relationship between two operands. Comparison operator are also known as relational operator that return Boolean value in either true or false. Comparison operators are greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to. These four things you can easily predict, but these two things you may get confused. So here I will show this thing practically. Boolean and then variable name, you can take anything. Right now I am taking variable name as check. Here I am taking boolean because comparison operator return boolean value, that is either true or false. And here I am writing check assignment operator x equal to 2. This single equal to is not a comparison operator in Java, but it is an assignment operator that will assign the value to a variable check. And x equal to 2, that is a comparison operator that will return result true or false to the variable check. We know the value of x is 2 and we are comparing with the number 2 only. So here we will check out the answer. Result is plus check. So result is true. If I am writing like this means x is not equal to 2. But here x is equal to 2. So result will be false. Fine. Next is logical operator. Multiple comparison operator that result in Boolean value can be combined by using logical operator. Logical operator are also known as Boolean operator. We have 4 logical operators and they are AND, OR, exclusive OR and logical NOT. Here we will do this thing practically. Here I am writing integer p equal to 0 and q equal to 0. Here for two condition we can have 4 values. In Excel I will show. Here we have condition P and we have condition Q. For two condition 4 possible values are true and true. Both are true. One operand is true, another one is false, or it can be false, true. Both operand can be false even. If I am going for AND combination, so here we will see this thing, check equal to P is equal to 0 and you have to use 2 ampersand sign to get the AND operator. Q equal to 0 semicolon, every statement get end with semicolon. System dot out dot println check. Here see P is equal to 0. Yes, it is equal to 0 only. And Q is equal to 0. Yes, Q is equal to 0. Both the condition are true. Result of logical operator is check. We will check it. It is true. See here, I will explain this thing. The entire expression will be true in the AND combination only if both the operand are true. If any operand get false, then the entire expression is false. See here, if I will change the value of P to 1, then one condition is false. 1 is not equal to 0. Result will be false. If the left side of the operand is false, then no need to check any other operand on the right side. Evaluating the first operand and getting the result false in AND condition is sufficient to say that the expression is false. That is short-circuiting expression. We will not evaluate the whole expression. On the basis of first condition, we will derive that the result is false. Both conditions are false. So here result will be false. If we are going for OR combination, here we will check for this value. Here we will use double pipe to get the OR operator. In OR condition, the entire expression will be true if both of the operand are true or either side of the operand is true. See here, that is true because first condition is false. I agree. P is 1, that is not equal to 0. But second condition Q equal to 0, that is true here. So that result into true. Both are true. So true only. Any operand is true. That is also true. Both are false. So expression will be false. Here we can have exclusive OR also. Here you have to use caret sign to use exclusive OR. Exclusive OR return true only if both operands are different. True and false will be true and false and true will be true. When both operands are same, then it will result in false. Here we will check it out. P is 1. Here we are checking for 0. That is false. So 1 is false and second one is true. So definitely both operands are different. We will get true only. If both operands are same, then here we will get false. Fine. I hope this much is clear to you. And the last one is not. If the value is true, it will make false. And if value is false, it will make true. Here we will check the value of exclusive OR. Then we will use not. Here see, the value of exclusive OR is false. Here I will use not operator, that is exclamation mark. Save. See, earlier it was false, so now it is true. In short, it will complement the result. We have done this exercise. Now, next operator is conditional operator. Conditional operator also known as ternary operator. Ternary operator use 3 operand and 2 symbol. And the 2 symbols are question mark. Here you can see the syntax. First you have to write condition, that is Boolean expression, and then you have to check. So you have to put question mark and then true statement. So you have to put colon here for otherwise, and then you have to put expression 2, that is for false statement. For example, if I say my condition is age is greater than 18. If the condition is true, here you are eligible for voting, and if your age is not greater than 18, you are not eligible for voting. That is the thing we can write it here. We will do one practical example. See here, we have one variable next and the expression is ternary operator here. Our condition is n modulus 2 is equal to 0. When this condition get evaluated, it will result either true or false. If the condition is true, here we will divide the number by 2. If the condition get false, we will evaluate this second expression. Now they are giving one number, that is 7. Here we will get 7 modulus 2 is equal to 0 or not. As we know, 7 is an odd number. An odd number modulus 2 is not equal to 0. So condition will be false. So here, as condition get false, we will come here and we will evaluate second expression. So answer will be 22. And this 22 we will assign it to the variable next. Now we will see our last operator for today's lecture, that is assignment operator. As we know, assignment operator is indicated by equal to sign, that is used to assign a value to a variable. Not only we can assign value, we can also assign expression to a variable like balance is equal to balance minus cost. See the syntax of assignment operator. On right hand side we can have any value or any expression, and this variable on left hand side of expression is left value, that is the location in memory. I have taken this question from your board paper. This question is related to shorthand assignment operator. See this thing, variable equal to variable operator expression, that is a is equal to a plus b. Then you can go for shorthand expression. You have to write variable, then you have to write operator, and then equal to then expression. Here a plus equal to b, that is the shorthand assignment operator. Here you can expand it to a is equal to a plus b, and in question value of a and b is given. Just you have to put the value and then you will get the answer as 15. I hope this much is clear to you. And operator in Java get over here. That is all for the day. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned in for the next video.